Oh, he wants to.
Nice meeting you, man. Pleasure. You take care. Have a great day, okay? Thank you.
So on an episode of Monday Night Raw, you were actually honored by Chief Strongbow, Chief
Wahoo McDaniels,
and the
Ray Little Turtle.
Yes, Ray Little Turtle
from my tribe.
The Lumbee.
Lumbee tribe in North Carolina. Yep.
And they presented you with that
sacred headdress, Chief Long Trail headdress.
How did that feel being on TV with like a legend like Chief Strongbow and all of them in the ring on Monday Night Raw, primetime TV, to have that honor?
Awesome. First of all, here you go. You got the two greatest Native American professional wrestlers and entertainers passing the torch to you.
Yeah.
That alone is tremendous, but that's what it was. They were passing the torch. And then also in that ring, cutting the interview, is Vince McMahon himself.
Yeah.
So now you got the man himself also in the ring. Plus I've got someone from my tribe that I connected to, knowing where the headdress it came from, knowing that he's from my tribe and the history, and him just being proud because we're all on live TV going all over the world, and being honored as a Native American from two greater Native Americans that are passing the torch. I can't tell you how big of a moment that was in my career. Definitely.
And then you ended up having the IRS. We had just discussed this actually off the record here with the recorder being off. How he comes in, tells you got to pay a tax on that and everything, and that kicked off a huge feud between the two of you. And all of a sudden, he's getting booed louder than he's ever been before.
Of course.
And here you come in, just your theme music alone, the crowd starts going nuts.
Of course.
Did you enjoy being part of that feud?
Of course, exactly. And the reason I did, because everything that Vince did with me, and he talked to me about this recently about me, about my work ability in the ring when I was there in 2008, and he brought some things up to me. We had great successful storylines with me, and storylines that made sense. It makes sense that the government is saying, hey, you're going to pay gift tax on that, you Native American. And that's what Erwin R. Shyster was doing. You're going to pay gift tax. No, I'm not. Tax-free. Natives are tax. No, you're going to pay gift tax on that. No, I'm not. This is given sacred from my tribe to me. No. This is something about honor. No, you're going to pay gift tax on that. Until finally IRS, with the assistance of Quang, who blinded my eyes, came out, got the headdress, mocked me. Chief came out to stand up for me because he was my mentor. Then he came in, started getting after IRS, but IRS shut him down, beat him up really, really bad, had me tied up in the ropes, and he desecrated and tore up that sacred headdress. Everyone knew, to a Native American, you don't do that. So it's a storyline that made all the sense in the world. It's a storyline that was real. It's a storyline that people could swallow and accept just like that because it was the truth. That's the reason it was so powerful. That's the reason I enjoyed it, because it was realistic. It was true. So I could respond to it how you truly should respond to it. That's
very angry.
Very angry. It's not about wrestling. It's about payback. It's about revenge. It's about you're going to pay for what you did. And that's the reason why it got over, because that's all people wanted to see. They hated IRS, and they wanted to see me get the payback and the revenge on them.
Shortly after that, we see the infamous heel turn with you and Lex Luger.
Yes.
Did you enjoy the heel turn, and did you enjoy being part of the $1 Million Corporation?
Of course. I mean, you're working with the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, one of the greatest managers in wrestling. Plus, also, not every wrestler can say, well, I did this side good, and I've also done this side. Meaning I've been a babyface, fan favorite, and done fantastic. And I've also been a bad guy, a heel, and did fantastic. But this storyline works so great that everyone knew it was going to be Lex. No one I see, I've had one person recently that told me, I knew that you were going to turn. And I looked at him and I said, no, you didn't. Because there's one person out of millions that have told me that they were totally shocked. And you know what? Guess what? It worked. It worked, meaning we entertained the fans and made you believe it was going to be Lex. But the storyline that a lot of people miss on, he called himself the All-American. Well, you're not the All-American. I'm the Native American, the first American. You might think you're All-American, all this. We are the first American. That's really what the issue is about. But yeah, we went with me and Dollar Man against Lex Luger, and it was just, what a great response in the United Center in Chicago. It was hushed for a second, and all of a sudden they were booing and went nuts. And then they were trying to work so hard to push Lex during that time. You remember the Lex Express and everything?
Yep.
That angle pushed him
slam.
right over the top. Right over the top.
First the body slam.
Because they wanted to see him destroy me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was tremendous. Everything switched. Now I'm getting the boos like crazy.
Yeah.
And he's like over the top, like, get Tatanka. I can't believe he sold out on us.
Yeah.
So it was great. But we entertained the WWE Universe.
And then, and even then, a couple of years later, they did the same thing with Bret Hart.
Of course.
Yeah.
And they said this is one of history-wise, they say it's one of the best heel turns. It's listed as one of the best heel turns in that category.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's an honor, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that just also goes back, you don't need a title.
Of course.
To,
tell a great story, entertain the fans. And then you go for a whole year with buildings on a blaze for a whole year because what you did that one night, SummerSlam 1994.
Yep. You left WWF on your own terms in 96.
Yep.
And then Eric Bischoff offered you a contract to go to WCW.
Correct.
And you turned it down.
Correct.
Was there any sort of reason for...
My wife at the time, we wanted to start a family, hadn't started a family, and I wasn't so persistent as much as her, and so glad that she did, because now we have 4 kids. Mm-hmm. You can't say, well, there was the right time. If I'd have waited till my career slowed down, I'd still not have 4 kids.
Yeah. Because
I'm still busy on a Legends contract, traveling all over the world. I would have never. There wasn't a perfect time.
Yeah.
So that's the time that we said, you know what? Let's take some time off. I was smart, put money away, invested. I didn't have to worry about my paycheck the next week. I had invested money, doing very, very well. I'd done very well so far at WWF, and we just decided to start a family. That's when we had our first child.
Awesome. And by the way, guys, today's actually Father's Day, so I'd actually like to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Cool. Thank you, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Awesome.
You did return to the WWE 2005 to 2007. Did you enjoy the second run?
Definitely enjoy, because it's always good to be on contract with WWE. It's always good to be in front of the WWE Universe, your fan base. But it was just I have the support with the fans 100%. That's the reason why it turned into a contract. That was a one-time appearance on Monday Night Raw, which was with the Eugene Open Invitational, Gold Invitational. You remember that?
Yes,
Yeah. And it had Kurt Angle.
Interfered in
and
the
it was
match,
at the Mohegan Sun. No, I was the special guest who came
right.
out.
Yes,
I was a special guest at the Mohegan Sun, and I wrestled Eugene, and Kurt Angle got involved, and Eugene and I double-teamed up on him and cleaned house and knocked Kurt Angle out of the ring. And because of the response of the fans, which was supposed to have been a one-time thing, WWE said, listen, we need to talk to you about a contract, because they love you. So so that was great, but it's just a different business, because the creative writers are not the creative people who we had before. So there were so many opportunities I felt that we could have capitalized on, but we didn't. And believe me, I wasn't the only one saying this. Many other wrestlers were saying, not only for me, but also for themselves. Just different creative writing. It's just a different business. So I was there 2005 to 2007, then came back 2010 on the Old School show, where everyone was honored, and then of course recently signed to a Legends contract.
And then one thing fans didn't expect, WrestleMania 32.
Of course, yes.
I was watching for the Andre the Memorial Battle Royal. And just happened to see you, and I'm like, no way, is that Tatanka? And it was. And obviously, the powers to be were so happy with you being there. You were one of the last ones eliminated. How did that feel? I mean, you were at WrestleMania 9, and now here you are at WrestleMania 32.
I know, that's something.
How did it feel just that atmosphere again?
Well, first of all, the atmosphere was tremendous because you have 101,763 people with millions watching by TV, an indoor attendance record. That alone speaks large.
Yeah.
It speaks blessed to be part of this event, you know.
Yeah.
But also just to be able to come back after all those years, be involved with the WrestleMania, be involved with the one that broke a record, and also be able to be involved with Shaq O'Neal, all the big stars of today, you know, Big Show, all the current stars of today, and mix that old school era of the 90s in with today's wrestling was tremendous. And again, like I said, everywhere I go, I didn't realize it then, and most people from my area didn't realize it then, but we realize it now, how much people love that era, the 80s and 90s, how they don't want to let that golden era go. Not at all.
No.
So the WWE Universe loved for me to be there at WrestleMania 32. It was awesome for me to be there, you know, and also just be part of history because it was a historic event. So I'm going to be part of that history forever.
Yeah.
Indoor attendance record, WrestleMania 32.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Matter of fact, Vince even sent all of us big, huge, colored, nice frame picture of WrestleMania 32. The true audience of 101,000 people with a nice letter. Thank you for what you did. Thank you for your involvement. You know, so it's a nice thing that I'm getting done in a special frame with plaques and everything to have in our living room. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yes.
I don't think that's something anybody knows.
No, of course not. It's pretty cool.
That's really
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Last but not least, when can we expect Tatanka in the Hall of Fame?
Well, what's cool, I get people asking me that all the time. The first step has already been taken because of the WWE Legends deal, nostalgia contract. That's what it's all about.
Okay.
It's all about the legends. It's all about, you know, you come in as a legend, you're being honored, and then they do the elite figure. They have their own process, the elite figure, then they put you in WWE 2K17, which I was in, 2K18, which I just came out in. So they just have a certain process, and when they're ready, then they also bring you into the Hall of Fame. So I see that coming for not only for myself, but also for all those great fans out there who supported me throughout all the years.
Awesome. Since you actually spoke of the video games, have you actually played as yourself?
Oh, yeah. Not only did they do a fantastic job with my action figure, which I told you, many weeks was in the top 10 and number 3 in the UK. They just did a great job. Look at it. You've got a red mohawk, necklace, very detailed. My actual outfit from '93, the tomahawk, everything, the loincloth. You don't see action figures looking like that.
No, and they went so in depth.
Yeah, look at the depth.
Look at the depth of the
tomahawk
with the heart in it and everything.
And that's exactly what I had. That's my exact tomahawk that I have right now that I brought on the tour. I still have that tomahawk. I brought it for my event that we just did last night in Vermont, same tomahawk. So the detail is tremendous, but the game is crazy.
Yeah.
They went to great details. I run to the ring, I do the war dance, I do the salute chest, I do getting up on the both turnbuckles, tomahawk chop, I even got the war cry, I even do the chop, and the chop's vicious in the game. And plus, since I was undefeated, they gave me a higher score, so it's hard to defeat me because, again, that's how I was in real life at WWF. I went undefeated for 2 years. So they did a great job in the game, great job with the figures, so it's pretty cool. It's a big honor, so I'm very, very thankful.
Awesome. I honestly didn't know about how the Hall of Fame process works, so that, you know, you just gave me some limelight into that, too.
Yeah, of course.
Which is pretty neat. I knew that they did legend contracts, but I just assumed it was like for the action figures and for video game purposes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Luke, the Bushwhackers, they were already been on their Legends contract for about 10 years before they were put in the Hall of Fame. They're now going on, I think he told me, Luke, his fourth term, which is a fourth 5-year contract, so he's now going on a 20-year Legends contract. But it's like 10 years before he got into the Hall of Fame. But WWE's smart, man. Vince is smart. They know how to make money off of you. Topps cards, action figures, games, having your character in those games. They want all that because it makes the overall packaging better. You know, and selection for the WWE Universe. So they have a little bit of everything. So that's the reason they buy. There's a little bit of everything that's inside of that game. So it's just been an honor, and it's great to be on contract with them now, and I can look forward to a contract and a relationship with them that's going to be ongoing for many, many years, especially when you go Hall of Fame. If you notice, everyone who's doing all the WWE Network stuff too, all the Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So then Vince moves those guys just like NFL,
Yep.
anything else, the best of the best, the Hall of Famers that are doing the commentating.
Yeah.
But who better? Because those
Yeah.
are the experts in the industry. So it's tremendous how Vince has just worked everything.
Yeah.
But that's Vince. He's always been a pioneer and sees things years down the road, just like the WWE Network. He was buying up footage and of other networks, and no one knew what he was doing then.
Yeah.
They know now.
Yeah, and he's still going at it.
Yes.
I'd like to thank you for the opportunity and to take the time to talk to me today.
You're welcome, man.
Again,
Pleasure.
Again, happy Father's Day. I hope you have a great day and everything goes well.
Cool. Thank you to all the great listeners out there. We appreciate you. Peace.
Awesome.